If manifestation feels like it works for everyone except you, it's not because you're blocked by the universe. It's because you're trying to manifest with the wrong mechanism. You're aiming at the sky, but the real controls are inside your brain and your nervous system. And once you get this, you stop feeling crazy. You stop waiting for signs and you start building results. Let me guess. You've visualized, you've used affirmations, you've tried to feel it as real. You've tried to be positive, but then life hits. Someone disappoints you, money gets tight, you get stressed, and suddenly you're back in survival mode, thinking maybe manifestation is fake, or maybe I'm the problem. And that's the worst part, right? Because you don't just feel stuck, you feel like you're failing at hope. Today, we fix that. How's it? I'm Kurlo. I'm a neuro coach. I help people change patterns that keep repeating. The same relationship cycles, the same money stress, the same self-sabotage, the same I start, then I stop story. And I'm not here to make manifestation sound mystical. I'm here to make it usable. In this video, I'm going to show you the biggest lie people believe about manifestation. Why trying to be positive often backfires. The real four-part system that makes it work in real life, in other words, in your life. How to stop unconsciously canceling your own goals. No excuses, no weird rituals, just the truth in simple language. Quick pause. If you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, I've tried everything, I understand the idea, but my life still repeats the same old patterns, that's exactly what I do in my free sessions. We look at the hidden patterns running your life, the beliefs, the emotional loops, and the choices you keep making on autopilot. And we map what to change first. If you want that, the free session link is in the description down below. Also hit that subscribe button so you can receive more awesome content like this. Because this channel is for people who want real transformation, not another just think positive video. Right. So here's the lie inside manifestation culture, that you can think your way into a new life while living the old version of you. So people do this. They want new money, more money, but they still make the same choices from fear. They want a healthy relationship, but they still chase and abandon themselves. They want confidence, but they still hide and people please. They want peace, but they still live in chaos and overstimulation. And then they say, manifestation doesn't work. No, what's happening is you're sending two signals at the same time. One signal is your dream, which is beautiful. The other signal is your nervous system saying, we don't actually believe this is safe or possible. And your nervous system is louder than your words. I've got a client. Let's call her Ruby. Ruby loves manifestation content. She's got vision boards, she does the affirmations, she journals, the whole vibe. She has a big goal. Leave her draining job and start something of her own. But her daily life is she overworks, she avoids conflict, she says yes when she means no. She's exhausted every day and she treats herself by doom scrolling at night. So her nervous system is constantly in survival mode. Now tell me, how is a survival mode body supposed to hold a new life? It's not that she's not spiritual enough. It's that her body does not trust the change. So she keeps manifesting. And the same life keeps happening. That's not because she's cursed. That's because her internal system is still set to stay small, stay safe. Here's the easiest way to understand manifestation. Your mind is a filter. You don't see reality as it is. You see reality as you are. Your beliefs decide what you notice, what you ignore, what you interpret as possible, what you interpret as dangerous, what choices you make without thinking. So, manifestation isn't making something appear out of thin air. You know that. It's changing your internal filter so you notice more opportunities. You choose differently and stop sabotaging the same outcomes. And yes, that can look like the universe delivered, but most of the time, it's your brain and your nervous system finally allowing you to see and hold what's already available. This is the system. Simple, real. Part one, your assumptions. Assumptions are the quiet beliefs you don't even argue with, like money is hard, people always leave, I'm not the type who wins, I have to struggle. If I shine, people will judge me. You can affirm all day long, but if your assumptions are negative, you'll keep choosing outcomes that match them. Part two, your emotional home. Your emotional home is what your body returns to. Some people return to calm, some return to anxiety, some return to chaos, and others return to numbness. And whatever you return to becomes your life pattern because you will keep choosing what matches your emotional home. Part three, your identity. Identity is the version of you that feels familiar. People say they want a new life, but they keep acting like the old self because it feels safe. So they manifest the same year again, over and over again. Part four, your choices. This is where people get it wrong. They think choices don't matter if they're manifesting. Choices matter more because your choices are your real prayer. Let me explain. Your choices are what your nervous system truly believes. If this is making sense, hit that like button because most people don't need more motivation. They need the right explanation. Let's talk relationships. I have a client who wants love, real love. He visualizes it, he prays, he hopes. But the moment someone likes him, he becomes very anxious. He overtakes, he checks, he needs reassurance. He tries to lock it down, not because he's crazy, because his emotional home is fear. And so the anxiety stayed. In other words, he is manifesting love, but his behavior is manifesting pressure. And people can feel pressure. So the relationship collapses. Then he says, manifestation doesn't work. No, his nervous system is still trained to treat love like uncertainty. So he keeps recreating the same ending. That's why manifestation without nervous system work becomes a loop. Here's a truth that stings. A lot of people manifest from wanting. Wanting energy feels like chasing, waiting, needing, begging, counting days, watching tarot, checking signs, obsessing. And that energy trains your brain into one identity. I'm the person who doesn't have it yet. That's why you can stay in wanting for years. The shift is not pretend you have it. The shift is stop living like the person who is still stuck. Because the moment your choices change, your identity changes. And once identity changes, life changes fast. So, what do you do? Great question. Here's how to apply this without rituals and without exercises. Number one, stop arguing with reality. You don't fix reality by fighting it. You fix it by understanding the pattern that created it. Number two, start spotting your default settings. When you get stressed, who do you become? Do you become the avoider, the overthinker, the people pleaser, the spender, the shutdown person? That default version of you is the one manifesting your life. Number three, choose one upgrade you repeat, not 10, just one, because repetition is what changes identity. Number four, Stop being attached to a single outcome, because attachment turns into desperation, and desperation makes you make dumb choices. You can want something deeply without needing it to prove your worth. That's power. Let me tell you a quick story. I've got a client, let's call her Nadia for this video. Nadia wanted more income for years. She tried motivation, manifestation, side hustles, but always ended up back at the same stress. Then one thing changed. Her assumption was if I charge proper decent money, people will leave. So she undercharged, over-delivered, burned out, received got resented clients, then avoided marketing, then money stayed stuck. Once she saw that, she changed a single thing. She stopped treating prices like please like me requests. She treated it like a standard. Her nervous system hated it at first, but she repeated it and her income changed. It looked like manifestation, but it was actually assumption that changed. We changed her identity, which changed her choices, which changed her outcome. That is the real game. If you want help spotting your assumptions and the loops that keep you canceling your goals or getting stuck, that's what I do in my free sessions. I help map what you want, what your nervous system is doing, what belief is blocking it, what identity you keep returning to, and what to change first. The link is in the description. And if you want weekly support, I run a weekly stress and frustration release group session too, because change is easier when you're not doing it alone. Let me land this quickly. Manifestation is not magic. It's not wish and wait. It's not positive vibes only. It's updating the beliefs that shape your choices, calming the emotional home you return to, becoming the identity that can hold what you want, and making choices that match that identity. That's why it works for some people. Not because they're special or chosen by the universe, because they became congruent. If this helped you, do 3 things. Subscribe, because we go deeper into self-worth, money patterns, relationships, and nervous system change. Or comment, filter, if you're ready to stop hoping and start changing the mechanisms from within. And if you want personal support, book my free session from the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers.